Peace and Love Creatives Holiday Edition. I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas for those of you who celebrate. Right here I have a mystery art box that was given to me by a very good friend and her children. I want to get right into it and see what we have. Let's do it. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. All right, let's read it. Dear Lisa, welcome to your very own art line box. We know how much you enjoy the surprise of opening up art supplies boxes and hearing of new up-and-coming artists and how they use different art mediums. Violet, Kai, and I have all contributed and used in choosing products, and all of us have added an art piece of our own. Have fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, a tassel. Lovely. Oh, this is so cool. I'm going to move it to the side so that you guys don't see everything all at once. Let's see. First we get washi tape. We get like a regular size one, and then one that's really, really thin. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm going to use that one sparingly, I know it. Look at how thin these are. Let's get a ruler. See how thin they are. Oh my goodness. You see that? It's going to be fun. It's going to make for a nice clean line. Okay, we get some paper. The paper that this is Canson mixed media paper, 98 pounds, 160 GSM. Here's one of the featured artists. Beautiful. I love the texture, the change in color on with the leaf. I just think it's so cool. This came out really good. The next piece is beautiful. Look at this. And it's preserved, I believe. They're probably some kind of pastels if they're trying to be preserved like that. But look at that. Look at the moon, the weight. Oh, beautiful. It came out so good. Look at the lake, the little reservoir or whatever. Oh, so good, so good. All right, next we have, oh, bookmarks. Oh my gosh, how cute. All right, first one is a snowman. It says Happy Holidays. Second one is a tree. Oh my gosh, look at the glitter on that tree. I love it. Third one is oh, look at that, a nice car with a stop sign. I love it. Oh my God, Kai, thank you very much for giving me some art. I really appreciate it. This is amazing. All right, I'm gonna set this up so that we can see the art while I pull out all of the mystery supplies that we're gonna be using. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got more tassels. I think I'm gonna get 3 bookmarks. I might do, yes, here we go. Yes, 3 bookmarks. So I'll probably give the other 2 to my kids to do. They're gonna love that. All right, there's a lot of these. I'm just trying to get them all together. Sorry. All right, so first thing we get is paint pens, and a lot of them. Oh my goodness gracious. That one, I think that one is like a sky blue. The names aren't on the pen themselves. I keep looking for them and I can't find them, but they are on the box that it came in. So one is baby blue, one is sky blue. Then I think we have like a light blue. That one is the sage. It's the green. We have red. I believe this is like a tan, beige. And then we get black and white, which is cool. Oh my goodness gracious, there's so many. All right, next thing we get is Dual Pens by Hane Art, Aenart. There's a brush tip and a fine point on these. We get like two different kinds of pink, two different kinds of green, a gray and a red. Hey, there's more. We get a Faber-Castell Pit Artist pen. One is a really fine point. And then the other one is slightly bigger, just a little bit. We get a Uniball pen. Three color pencils, like a beige and two different shades of yellow by Artlicious. Oh God, wait until I show you what it is. Oil Pastels. Oh, Natalie. Oil Pastels. Okay, we're gonna get in this. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. These are Hashy Aquarelle Oil Pastels, extra soft, water soluble, 24 colors. So that's interesting. We'll be able to, I think we'll be able to use water with it. We'll see in the swatches. And that's it. Let's get into it. Okay, first I have to open up all of the markers and swatch them down. These are the water pens. I swatched those. The Uni pen, the Faber-Castells, the pencils, and the oil pastels. I try to see which of these materials are water soluble. And we have the paint pens, which are not, but they have a nice fine point. The dual tip pens, which are water soluble. The Uni pen, which is definitely water soluble. The soft pastels, which are definitely water soluble. The interesting one was the pencils. They are water soluble. So that's going to be interesting. The Faber-Castells, I think if I left them to dry a little longer, wouldn't be water soluble, but the pigment did move a little bit. Not much, but it did move a little bit when I wet it. Okay. So I think I'm going to start with the bookmark, and I'm going to try to make a little thumbnail right over here, just to give me an idea of what I'm going to do on the bookmark. Yeah, that pencil's not going to show very well, so I make the outline, but I move in with the Uniball. And before I do that, it's very important to pick the tassel, which I think I end up changing. Yeah, I end up changing. All right, let's get some inspiration from my featured artist here. Let's see, what are we gonna do? All right, I know I want a tree in there. I know I want a snowman. I know I want a car. Like, those are the three things I want to take and put into my bookmark. So I'm just trying to get a thumbnail going to see where I'm going to put everything, what's going to go in the background, how I'm going to lay it out. Okay, let's move that out of the way. I don't think I'm going to use the oil pastels on the bookmark. I might use the paint markers. I'm definitely going to use the paint markers. First, I'm going to see which side is smoothest, and then I'm going to start. So I definitely want like a snow scene. And here I'm making the snowman. And although it seems like you can't really see the white here while I'm doing the snowman, but the actual paint markers are very, very pigmented. They're really good. I like them. So once I'm done with the snowman, I go in and make some cloud outlines and color in the sky. Now, one thing I can say about these markers, because I do have Posca paint markers, and I have Posca paint markers with the same point. The Posca paint marker tips would be spewing little, like splashing paint on this piece all over. I don't know if it's the difference in nib or if it's the wood texture that it's not so grainy. I don't know, but I know when I do use the Posca markers, it definitely splatters a lot more paint than this one. So I'm zooming in. I zoomed in, obviously, because it's so small. I wanted you to be able to see what I was doing a little bit better. And then here I'm just outlining where I want the background, because I want to get some trees and mountains in the back somehow. And just coloring in the mountain with white to simulate snow. I wanted to blend in some more color than just white for snow, because you know sometimes when you look at snow there's like the blue from the sky, I guess, reflecting on it. So I wanted to put a little bit of blue in there, but I also wanted to put a little bit of like almost green in some places too, just to you know, show that there is a green grass underneath trying to come out, trying to come through. But the snow's not having it. So more snow than that. Okay, then here I'm putting the background, the foreground, sorry, black, and it is my road. That's where I decided to put the road. I know, clever, right? So while opening the gift and seeing these handmade things, hand-picked, curated items for me, for fun, so that I can enjoy myself. The fact that, that was done for me, and it was, they thought about me and the stuff that I like, and it was just so sweet. It was so sweet. I love the art. That art is gonna go up on my art area. I will find a space for it, and the bookmarks will hopefully be used on my Thrawn books that I've been putting off and just looking at them like, yeah, nice book. I need to read you, but I'm not. So maybe these will encourage me to, pull those Thrawn books out and read them. But yeah, I'm truly blessed to have a great family, great friends, and just makes you appreciate everything you have. It also makes you appreciate everything you don't have. With this world the way it's been going lately and all the stuff that's been happening, it's really easy to, jump into the negatives and look at all the bad that's happening. And you just have to take a moment and realize all the good and all the positive. Even if it's a small win, even if it's you were able to pay your light bill, even if it's the toilet flushed because you have water, the small things, even if it's the sun came out. Just appreciate everything that you have and don't have, because you never know. Life is too short to just think about all the dumb, negative things that, are out there. There's so much good. There's so many good people. So many positive things. You just have to stop looking for the negative all the time, I think. Okay, that's enough of my rant. So I ended up using the color pencil to put the sun up in the sky. I colored in the clouds with the white pen. And there's that green that I was talking about that I put in. Then I layered some white on top of that green, just to say, you know what? There's some green down there, but the snow is covering it. Now I'm putting some snow, because it's just started snow falling, I guess, or it's been snowing. Snow falling. That's a good one. I like that. I'm gonna keep that in here. It's funny. And I'm putting some snow on the back of the tree. The tree's in the background. And I'm going to put that to the side, let it dry, and move on to my next piece. So this piece, there's a portion of it that I don't know where the footage went. I don't know where it is. So bear with me. It's just some of it is just like, oh, surprise, it's done. But I do go back and put some more into this piece, so yeah. So here I'm just trying to figure out like the colors I'm going to use for the art that I'm going to do with this one. Now for this piece, I took inspiration from the desert scene. I believe it's a desert scene that was done in the oil pastel. And I was like, okay, I want to do something like that, but I just want to do like a scene similar to that. So what I decided to do was tape the background, tape the outside with that really, really thin washi tape, just so that I have like a nice thin border when I do take it off. Then I decided to get you guys in frame because you couldn't see it. And here we go. I don't know what happened here, but before I continue to do that, my bookmark dried, so now I'm just adding more things. Getting that snowman going, making him look like a snowman. Getting a little bit of shading around the snowman. And coloring in a little bit more snow. Okay. And now I'm going to struggle here trying to put the tassel in because that's just what I do. Impatient me doesn't wait until the paint dries to put it in, so I'm like trying not to touch the paint while I put the tassel in. Yeah, good job. I did it. Okay. Wait. And I dropped the top on it. Okay, moving on. So once I scribbled a nice gradient from darkest purple all the way down to like a pinkish red, I going with the water brush. Now, I don't know if this is cheating, but I did get my own water brush to use. And in all fairness, the oil pastel said water soluble. So I think this is okay. So I'm just putting the gradient, wetting it all up and, meshing them in together. Blending them in together. That's a better word, isn't it? Now, I did the border around the entire piece with that black. I don't know, like, if you guys ever look at the sky and just see how many different colors you can see in the sky sometimes, it's just amazing. So that's what I'm just trying to do here. I'm just trying to put all the colors that I see in the sky sometimes. Getting a little bit of the sun horizon on the bottom there. And I'm trying to paint in some water. So I go in with a light blue and then I go in with a darker blue. Making sure that I leave space to, like white space, so that it seems a little bit more like water. I think that's important. I know when I first started making water scenes and all that, I would just right away paint the whole thing or color the whole thing blue. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you're really good at what you do. But for me, this technique helps me to show like the glistening shine from the water that water does. So now it's just, it was too wet. I wanted to put a little bit more color in the sky, but it was a little too wet, so I decided to just push out some of that water from the sun horizon, from the horizon. Then I go in a little bit. It's still a little wet, but it's taking the oil pastel, so I just go in, try to blend it in a little bit. I have no idea what I'm doing with these, by the way. So this is all trial and error, and I am definitely gonna keep practicing with them because this is definitely one of the harder mediums that I've ever tried to use. I think it's intimidating and difficult, but I'm up for the challenge, and I think I did pretty well considering. A little bit too much of the yellow blended up in it just was becoming muddy, the colors that were meeting right there, so I just blotted the water. Now I'm going to move it to the side and start on the next piece. With this piece, it's going to be a little bit looser. I have an idea of what I want to do, and I hope you gnome what I'm going to do too. Oh my god, I'm so funny. Okay, I'll stop. But I first make a border around the page, and then I start my drawing with that yellow color pencil. And it's really not, you can't really see it too well, but it's there. There's some lines there, and you'll see it better once I start coloring it in. So I'm going to take my red watercolor brush pen, the one that has the dual tips, and color in my friend's hat right here. And it's Santa Gnome. That's what I'm drawing, by the way. And he's adorable. So first I go in with the brush pen and color it in like quickly. I don't try to be clean about it. And then when I'm done with that, I go in with the water brush pen to clean up all the lines. I like the way the look came out. I like the way it looks. Then I go with the paint pen, the one that was like that tan color, and color in the gnome's nose. I decided to use the pastel crayon the oil pastel to do some shading underneath the hat where his nose, his hat, and his beard all met. But I felt like it was too much, like too light of a shadow. So I end up going in on top of that with the gray watercolor brush pen that I have. And I like the way that came out a lot better. I wanted a background on the gnome, and I know that if I would have left it with that soft color, it would have just been too harsh of a background. Then I'm putting a little bit of shading under his nose. And now I wanted to put some words underneath the gnome, and I wanted to make sure that it was at least kind of spaced out properly, and the letters weren't all the way to one side more than the other. So I kind of like spaced out little rectangular sections with the yellow color pencil, and then I went in to write the word that I wanted to put. Funnily enough, if that's a word, I forgot the N while I was writing my word, and let me tell you, that paint pen in white came in handy because, yeah, I had to white it out. We make mistakes. What are you gonna do? And then I just I color in the words that I outlined with the Pit pen. I color it in with the paint pen, and I like the way it came out. It's cute. And the word I decided to write down on the bottom was thankful. I thought it was very fitting for how I was feeling. So I'm just curious to know how many of you, well, I'm sure you're thankful, not how many of you are thankful, but what you're thankful for this year. If you want to tell me all the good, everything that's going on, whatever you want to share, it'd be cool. And I'm sure that the other commenters would like to know too. Well, as the year is wrapping up, and so is this video pretty soon, I guess I will give you guys a little bit of like what's going to happen in the new year with the channel and how we're doing. I just hit over 30 subscribers this week, which was really nice and cool, and thank you guys so much for your support. I am going into the new year, and don't laugh, I'm going into the new year, and it's going to be a no buy supplies year. I've seen a couple of people talking about how they're going to stop with the purchasing of new art supplies and use what they have. With that being said, there is a lot of supplies that I have not shown to you on this channel, so it's not like you're going to have a lot of repetition. And also, I decided to do this before the purchases of subscription boxes. So although I am not buying anything new, we will still have the subscription box opening. I believe sketch box, still scroller box, and upgrade if they ever come. And maybe some new pencils that I purchased. And a whole bunch of playing with new art supplies like we always do, or old art supplies. But I think it's going to be really fun. And I hope you guys enjoy all that I put out. If not, you let me know. Let me know what you want to see more of or less of for the new year. I'm interested in knowing. Oh, this part right here is so funny. I've been watching David Finch lately, and I feel like I have the right to put like cross-hatching and hatching in my art now. So that's what I'm doing here. If you don't know who David Finch is, which you probably do, or maybe you don't, he is a very, very well-known illustrator, comic book artist, just awesome person, super cool. Anyway, I recently subscribed to his channel and have been taking all of the tutorials that he's put on his channel, which are amazing, and there's so much and they're so overwhelming, so I'm taking it slow, but I just think they're amazing. Anyway, so maybe in the future videos I will incorporate what I've been learning on his channel. There's a lot of perspective in his channel, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it a whirl. I'm just going back on that other piece that I had with the excuse me, with the oil pastels, and brightening up the colors a little bit, making it stand out a little bit more. Yeah. I also have gotten a challenge that I will be doing in the new year, and I have the end of January to produce said challenge, and the challenge is to make a marker video, just markers 101, alcohol markers 101 video to show for a class. So I'm super excited for that, and nervous, and you know, all the stuff that comes with doing things like that. But I will definitely show you the process. I probably won't put the video up that I do because it's going to be a very, very long video. But I definitely will show the process, maybe? We'll see. So in the front of this picture that I did, that beautiful background, I decided to put like shadowed palm trees crisscrossing. I always love seeing those. It's so fun to see. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do that. So I put the palm trees in the front, like the sun is setting and just everything is getting dark kind of thing. And once I finished putting down the black oil pastel, I hit it up with some water, loosened up the pigment, and now I'm just making that outline a little bit harsher. And I'm taking the white oil pastel and just highlighting the bottom of the tree, so it's like being kissed by the sun, kind of. And I'm thinking about it, maybe I should have done it in like a yellow. Well, I'll try it out. But there we go. For now, that's what it looks like. Let's take this tape off. Sorry about the noise in the background. That is occupational hazards. The noise in the back will happen. I love the way the outline came out with that washi tape. I love it. So cool. Thank you, Natalie, Violet, and Kai. You guys are awesome. This box was amazing. I can't wait to get a little bit better with my oil pastel game. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And all the best to you guys in the new year. Peace and love.